Hi everyone, this is Karak from ACG, and in the last couple days I've done some reviews and people have had questions about a thing that I either call map mind or some people call collectathons or location-thons, so I figured I would do a little bit of an analysis between, let's say, Phantom Pain, Mad Max, and a couple other games and how they all handle their overland map. So let's talk a moment about immersive goal setting in games in regards to the side activities in particular. This is the exact opposite of map mind, which is the state of mind that occurs when you open up a game's map, see thousands of icons, and effectively remove yourself from the gameplay, like the map has become almost an opaque filter for the world and you're in achievement hunter mode, not experiencing the world but experiencing icons as you unlock them one at a time. Immersive goal setting on side quests is when a developer identifies locations but tries to lock down specific experiences at those locations and does so with a kind of gameplay addition. Not all games do this, in fact many don't, but it's also not actually new at all. In today's massive catalog of open world, sandbox, pseudo-sandbox, and non-linear games, the lack of mature gameplay additions has become noticeable and usually gets tagged with the less than positive terms collectathons or location-thons, or my favorite, map mess. If you watched my Mad Max review, you see that despite the game having issues, one way it alleviated this map mind was to offer small variations on locations, resulting in player-created fiction being crafted by the gamer as they experience those locations themselves. Some hot air balloon locations were dangerous in Overwatch positions with snipers, others had to be freed from moorings, some were just damn difficult to find a way to get to, like the creator thought it would be funny to recreate Mario in an apocalyptic world. Sometimes an epic jump location had to be fought for, cleared of enemies, and possibly even cleared of vehicles before you could use it. These small additions helped solidify locations in a gamer's mind versus a simple hot air balloon icon and allowed memories to be attached to that location. And it's of course not the only way to do this, so we'll jump into Phantom Pain, an arguably better game in many ways that handles this completely differently. Its overall locations are actually nondescript, with repeating experiences happening time and time again at the same location, especially in the side quest. But it's held up by an absolutely rock-solid AI, showing complex routines of movement as well as randomized and semi-randomized routes of offense and defense. Here, where the repetitiveness of the location means that over time it can become artificially numbing, where each area wipe becomes a little less memorable than the last, but its ability to lodge as a gameplay memory is improved dramatically by epic battles against fairly good AI, resulting in far more strategic use of cover and territory, solidifying that aspect in a gamer's mind as well. Two gameplay styles that both attempt to repair the problem in different ways. And if you think about it, map mind is a thing that Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, Mad Max, Batman, Phantom Pain, and others all try to alleviate in their own special ways, or at the very least seem to be cognizant of at some point, even if we wouldn't like to admit it. Far Cry 4 placed random battles around the world, which, though interesting, becomes a quagmire of memories, and usually the locations are forgotten quickly. Assassin's Creed admittedly does less than most other games, relying on the architecture alone to solidify the memory of being at a location or taking a mission there, with no real-world state changes ever occurring. Mad Max attempts to change things up with locations all being subtly different and requiring actual gameplay steps other than just fighting to unlock, resulting in a fairly good memory of a gamer's time spent there, while Phantom Pain relies more on its AI and its emergent gameplay than its locations, admittedly dulling the memory of the exact geography, but offering excellent gameplay and possibly the best gunplay of all of them. You know, we're in a time when open world games or sandbox games are at the forefront of popularity, and yet many gamers express a general lack of enthusiasm for these massive icon lists like a grocery store checklist or just large open locations. Some developers seem to have taken that back to their teams and tried various techniques to repair the problem with different degrees of success. What I'd like to know is, what are the games that you guys have experienced that did specific things to lock down locations as more than an icon on a map, and especially in an open world game? Did particular sounds play? Did the music change? What game was it, and why did you remember that particular location so well? So that's it for me. Again, this isn't something new, it's just some information about how I think when reviewing and what I'm paying attention to, and it's a good primer for discussion. Always remember, thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and peace out.